Hello, my name is Miguel Castelan, and today I will tell you about my truth. The truth that I'm about to share is not mine alone, but it is the truth of many like me and those people who have been around me supporting me. Those who know me have probably heard me talk about this at least a couple of times, actually, more like a dozen times. But I grew up in Mexico for 12 years before my family and I came to the US. We didn't have many resources. In fact, my family depended heavily on food stamps to get by. My mom taught me to always work hard and be my best self, since one day all my hard work will pay off. Well, I did that. I worked hard in school to get good grades, but also I started working at the age of 9. I will sell popsicles from a popsicle car, like the ones that you see on movies, TV shows, or just in the places that you live at. I did this to support my family, more specifically my mom, so that she could buy food for us. Now, fast forward a couple of years, and I find myself now living in the US. Now, my parents brought us here so that we could have a better life. I could go into the details about how we got here, but that's a story for a different day. As a first generation college student and being someone who was not born in the US, I was very unsure about how the college application process worked or what I will have to do. But I tried my best to make sure that things will work out. I applied to multiple colleges and universities, not really knowing much about some of them. I just know I wanted to attend college and figure things out once I was there. One of these was obviously Hope College, and funny enough, I didn't even think about applying to this place despite it being 25 minutes from my home. Well, I applied late December and heard back from the admissions office a couple of weeks later. I thought, okay, this is no big deal. Until I received an email saying that I was invited to apply for the Covenant Scholarship. I was shocked. I didn't know what to think. This will mean that I will not have to worry about paying for college, and this will get rid of a huge burden on my family. I applied and was selected as a finalist for an interview. The day of my interview was my first time stepping on foot on Hope's campus. I felt welcomed by the faculty and staff I met that day. I had my interview, for which I was very nervous about, but I felt like I had a chance. I expected to hear back from them in a couple of weeks, so in the meantime, I was just worried about enjoying the rest of my visit. Well, that day was full of surprises. I was taken into a room by my admissions rep, Rourke, that same day, and he gave me a folder with documents. He told me I could read it aloud or to myself, and I thought to myself, okay, that's weird. Why would I need to read this aloud? So I didn't. Well, after reading the first line of the letter, I stopped. I was a covenant. I had been awarded that scholarship. This award meant, and still means, everything to me and my family. It meant that I will be attending college. First one of my family to do so in the US. It meant I will be here. I will not have to take any student loans. And I could afford to be somewhere. I was set. Honestly, I don't even know if I would be in college right now if it wasn't thanks to the Covenant. So I'm very grateful for that. Move forward, and now my hope. Hope meant new beginnings. It meant having to find new people, different classes, and a community. For me, I began this process by joining the Phelps Scholars. This was amazing because it was going to be the first community that will get to know this campus. It gave me the opportunity to engage in conversations that wouldn't happen elsewhere. Unfortunately, I had a rough experience with it my freshman year. My freshman roommate, despite being in the Phelps Scholars program, was racist, homophobic, xenophobic, all of those. For a place which was supposed to be a safe space for students transitioning into college, I didn't feel safe. My roommate that year was part of a pool of people that we see a hope, and that is the ignorant straight white man. I switched rooms in the second semester and found amazing friends within the fellow scholars. It just sucks that my experience got tainted because of that. Me, just like many other students on this campus, just want to find a place where we feel like we belong. As such, I decided to get more involved with the multicultural student organizations community. I took leadership positions with the Latino Student Organization, Prism, and was a general member for Hope Advocates for Invisible Conditions. And I attended a bunch of other events for the other MSOs. Places like this feel truly where I belong, and I could be myself. Speaking of belonging, I want to talk a little bit more about belonging in my field of study. As a Latina person in STEM, I believe that I have experienced many of the same things that students of color in STEM have experienced. These include feelings of isolation, loneliness, and more often than not, feeling like you don't belong in these spaces. I encounter many instances of self-doubt and even imposter syndrome. I will tell myself that I was a fake, that I don't belong in physics. I considered dropping it many times and switching somewhere else where I could at least pretend that I belong. However, I kept pushing myself to do the hard work required for this field. I was involved with research every semester at Hope and took on opportunities to be a TA in the department. Now, fast forward to my senior year of college and I'm almost done. Not only was I only the only person of color doing physics, but I was the only senior doing physics. Now, talk about belonging, right? Well, compared to my high school experience, I now had a larger knowledge about things, and I was ready to apply for grad school. I applied to 7 schools, trying to maximize my chances of getting accepted to at least just one. I thought to myself, I am first generation, I don't have what it takes to get there. Everyone else has had parents who are there to help them out and support them in this process. As I was waiting for acceptances, I kept doubting myself more and more. I was confident that I would get rejected everywhere. Well, it was late January and I got my first mail around 12:40 a.m. I was already falling asleep and honestly, I was like, why am I even looking at my phone? Well, I opened my phone, saw a notification from an email, and it read the headline, "Congratulations." I was very stoked, and honestly, I still am a little bit. I will be the first, not just within my family, but within all my cousins, aunts, and uncles to attend grad school. I could have cared less if I heard back from any other school after that. But little did I know that I was going to be the first of many acceptances. To my surprise, I got accepted to schools such as University of Tennessee Knoxville, University of Wisconsin-Madison, Michigan State, Vanderbilt, and Yale. I have made my decision by now, and nope, I'm not going to Yale. But still an honor to have been accepted by them. This next year, I will be attending University of Wisconsin-Madison to pursue a PhD in physics. I am very terrified, but I couldn't be more excited about this opportunity. For those of you watching and listening to me, I want to tell you, sí se puede. You can do it. Let my story be one to show you that we can take these spots that might often feel like they don't belong to us. We are here to succeed and demonstrate the importance of hard work and dedication. If you're an immigrant or a child of immigrants, then I'll tell you to keep fighting for your dreams because sooner or later, you'll be able to achieve what we're here for. Thank you.